KCAL rocks. It is Patrick in the morning. Time to talk some sports. It went down this weekend with our guy Pep. Pep, what's going on?
Yeah, it went down. So did my brackets. My brackets went down because I thought I had the national championship game picked, and no, I was wrong. I had it actually completely opposite. The national championship game tonight will be Houston against Florida. I sure thought it was going to be Duke against Auburn, with Auburn winning the whole thing. And when you look at the Final Four, Patrick, when I had Duke and Auburn winning, both those semifinal games, the Final Four could have went the other way. I mean, there was some comebacks, aka collapses by the other team. But congratulations to Houston and Florida to survive and advance and get to the title game tonight.
I mean, I did pick Florida. That's my only bright spot, but I had Duke beating them. It's still, like you said, hard to imagine how Duke was up by 6 with 30 some seconds to go, and somehow they let it slip away.
Yeah, I read some weird stat that Duke did not have, or I think they had one basket in the final 10 minutes of the game.
Wow.
So, I mean, that's, credit to Houston for coming back to win 70-67. But, dude, that's kind of an epic meltdown by Duke to not, just kind of fall apart with the, game on the line. So, I mean, again, credit to Houston for making it happen and shutting down Duke and getting some baskets down the stretch. It was a crazy final 30 seconds. But, yeah, I sure thought Duke was going to get that game.
And I mean, to the kids out there, it just goes to show you, don't give up until it's over, dude. Fight, scratch, claw. And that's exactly what Houston did. Kelvin Sampson, I mean, he used to be a coach way back in the day at my Washington State, and he got us in the tournament. Clearly, he's a good coach.
Yeah, obviously he's a good coach. I mean, listen, 4 number ones in the Final Four. Like, I'm not surprised to see any of these teams in the national championship game. I just really felt strongly about Duke and Auburn. And again, we could be talking about Duke versus Auburn tonight for the national title, but instead it's Florida against Houston, which, I mean, both those games would have made sense. I don't know. I just really thought Duke was going to get it done with the best player in the country, Cooper Flagg, and I just really liked Auburn. And Auburn was the number 1 overall seed for the tournament. So the 4 number ones were in the Final Four, but Auburn was the overall number 1. I just felt really good about them too. But what are you going to do?
Madness.
The madness. So should be a good game, though. We saw some great games. We knew this was going to happen, having the 4 number ones. Should be another good one tonight for the national championship, Houston and Florida. Congrats to the women's champion, UConn, their 12th national title. So you talk about dynasties, you talk about legacies. UConn, man, is the top of the pyramid. They are the best of the best.
Yeah, a very decisive victory right there. You got to give Dawn Staley some credit for just being real in her post-game interview. She said, they whipped our ass and made us like it.
Yeah, right. They're good, man. UConn is legit. It's not like they came from out of nowhere, man. They're one of those you would call a blue blood, right? In men's basketball, you got a couple of those like Kentucky, North Carolina, Duke. Some might even say UConn now on the men's side is one of those teams, but definitely on the women's side, UConn. They won their 12th national title. All right, let's talk some baseball. Patrick, we knew, listen, the Dodgers and the Padres, for that matter, weren't going to go undefeated. 162 wins and 0 losses. Finally happened over the weekend. In fact, the Dodgers lost a couple games on the road in Philadelphia. So they're now 9-2, which is still a great, fantastic start for the Dodgers. The Padres also dropped a couple games. They're 8-2. But lost in all this, the San Francisco Giants are 8-1. So when you look at the first couple of weeks of the season, dude, the National League West might have the 3 best teams in baseball right now, which is nuts.
It is nuts, man. I mean, that is a stacked division for sure. And trust me, there were some painful losses. It was my Mariners against those San Francisco Giants. Went into extra innings, and they do have a little magic going on. But it's kind of like you said, the Dodgers were that hot as well. And then you can kind of cool down. Baseball, I mean, we just got done with madness, right? There's a little madness with baseball. Those sports can get weird on you, man.
Yeah. And at least for me, I was paying a lot of attention to the Dodgers and Padres because they were like 8-0 and 7-0, and they're off to these hot starts. Dude, the Giants were quietly in the background saying, hey, we're going to be right there too. So, yeah, they're 8-1 right now. So just 3 National League West teams all off to these hot starts. They're not all going to keep this up, I don't think. But as of right now, like they're maybe the 3 best teams in baseball.
Yeah, I like that when you can do it quietly. Then they kind of do it, it's unexpected.
Yes.
It's just a way to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Dodgers, Padres. You have all the attention. We're just gonna be back here winning ball games. And I think percentage-wise, I think the Giants are technically in first place, but they're all about the same right now through the first couple weeks of the Major League Baseball season. So that's the National League West. Don't sleep on the Halos, man. The Angels have won 6 of their first 9. They are 6-3 right now. Logan O'Hoppe, their catcher, has hit a home run in 4 straight games. He's got 5 on the season. He's one of the leaders in the clubhouse right now in home runs, only behind, Aaron Judge is just crushing it this year for the Yankees. But Logan O'Hoppe's having a great year. It's not even Mike Trout, carrying this team through the first 9 games. So the Angels are 6-3. Maybe it's a little premature to get excited about this Angels team, but it's been looking pretty good so far.
I think for the Angels, this is a good sign, man. You know what I mean? Just one game at a time. That's the way you got to take this. Not too bad for the Halos.
No, and I remember opening day, they were on the road at the White Sox, who, again, were historically bad last year, and the Angels just really dropped an egg in that opening game. We're like, oh, man, here we go again. It's the same old Angels, but they've able to turn things around. So they're 6-3 right now. Logan O'Hoppe is crushing the baseball. They've got a lot of great young players. Can you imagine when Mike Trout gets hot? Like this is kind of exciting if you're an Angels fan.
Yeah, maybe this will help Trouty out. He's like, okay, I don't have to carry this team on my back.
100%. I know it's a small sample size, but still, if you're an Angels fan, you got to be positive and really enjoy this right now. So
yeah.
All right, some NFL news that kind of went under the radar, I would say, over the weekend, that the Chargers went out and signed quarterback Trey Lance. Of course, Justin Herbert's the starter, but they've kind of had a revolving door with backups the last couple of years for Justin Herbert. They had Chase Daniel in there for a while. They've got Tyler Heineke, who's actually pretty good. I mean, he's been a starter in the NFL, but they went out and got Trey Lance. I don't know if he's the second string guy or the third string guy, or maybe they're going to have a battle in camp, but I thought it was kind of interesting that Trey Lance, the former Niner, the former Cowboy, is now going to be on the Lightning Bolts.
Right. I mean, a super high draft pick, and then he kind of flamed out right away, and then everyone couldn't believe that Dallas picked him up, and now he scores another job. I mean, it's like we keep telling people, man, pitchers and quarterbacks, kids out there. I mean, unbelievable. He must have a hell of an agent, or Harbaugh sees something like, I can work on this project. He's done it before, man.
Yeah, you can never have enough quarterbacks or pitchers, right? I mean, if you could do it, there's going to be a job out there for you. And Trey Lance is hanging around. And remember, he was the 49ers starter for a couple games. He got hurt. Then Jimmy Garoppolo was hurt, and that was the beginning of the Brock Purdy era. And they were like, whoa, Brock Purdy's pretty good. And they knew that they could get rid of Trey Lance. So I don't know. I feel like he hasn't really had a chance to really go out there and show what he could do. Maybe that's, just being a glass half full kind of guy over here. But yeah, and listen, Justin Herbert's the guy. It's not like there's a quarterback battle with the Chargers, but they do need a backup, and Trey Lance might be good enough and young enough too, right? Like, I mean, he's going to be around the league still for a long, long time if he can, play at this level. And I think he can. We just haven't seen a whole lot of Trey Lance. He didn't play a lot in college either at North Dakota State. He hasn't played a lot in the NFL either.
Not everybody's an instant star. Maybe he just needs time.
Yeah, so we'll see. I just thought it was kind of interesting over the weekend. The Chargers went out and got Trey Lance. And finally here, Patrick, a shout out to Washington Capitals star Alexander Ovechkin. He has now scored more goals in NHL history than Wayne Gretzky, the great one. Ovechkin picking up number 895 on Sunday. Wayne Gretzky was there to see it. And if you look at it, it's kind of weird. They've played almost the exact amount of games, but when you look at Ovechkin, he was consistent over a long time. When Wayne Gretzky had, I think we talked about this, 3, 4, 5 years where he had some seasons that will never be duplicated. Like, the numbers that Gretzky was putting up was insane. 100 goals, 200 points on the season. It was crazy, but listen, congratulations to Ovi. He is the new all-time goal king. I know in baseball we get excited about the all-time home run king. In hockey, we have a new all-time goal king in Alexander Ovechkin.
Yeah, I think part of the problem, especially for Pep and I, is that Wayne Gretzky is such a huge chunk of our life. And it's just always been, he brought hockey to LA, basically. And he was just so amazing. it's hard to put it's like, yes, this is getting talked about, but it's almost like everyone still knows that there's nobody like Wayne Gretzky. I mean, does it seem like Ovechkin is the best hockey player in the league? I don't know.
Let me say this, Patrick. Michael Jordan is not the NBA's all-time leading scorer, but is Michael Jordan the greatest of all time?
Definitely.
Yes, right? So Wayne Gretzky might not have the all-time goal record now, but is he the greatest of all time? Yes. At least that's when you ask me, that's what I would say.
I think so, man. Nevertheless, you're right. Let's give him a little bit of credit there,
Yes.
dude. We did love it when he partied after he got his Stanley Cup the last time.
Yeah.
So he is kind of a lovable character, and very class act by Wayne Gretzky to be there, be the first one to shake his hand. I thought that was really cool too.
Yeah, Wayne Gretzky kind of passing the baton. And also, Alexander Ovechkin could have had an open net goal to break the record, and he didn't want to be on the ice to score that. He wanted to do it the right way, score a real goal if he was going to break the record. So that was a classy move as well. He gets it. If you ask him who's the greatest of all time, he'd probably say Wayne Gretzky as well.
Well, wow. He ended up doing it, man. Just like our guy, Pep, who ends up doing it every Monday and Thursday. Pep, tell him how to get your stuff.
Love doing it, man. Inland Sports, X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. That's Inland Sports.
Thanks, Pep.